Hey everybody, it's Beth. I used this cutting board that I got from Hobby Lobby. I believe I got it around Easter time, but they do have them for different holidays. I taped off the top of the cutting board and painted that with English Navy acrylic paint. I ended up needing 3 coats to get the coverage I wanted. The last coat I used a sponge to apply it, just so it didn't have those paintbrush strokes. Once I had that part done and dry, I taped off the top of it, and I used masking tape this time because of the size of the stripes I wanted. I taped off sections using a piece of the tape as spacing, and I'll be doing this on the front and the back. I used antique parchment acrylic paint and painted those taped off sections. After those were done and dry, I taped off the rest again, taping off those painted marks, and painted the remaining part of the cutting board with a barn red acrylic paint. Next, I'm just using any stencil I had that had stars on it, and I like that this one had different size stars, and I just use a stencil brush and that antique parchment acrylic paint again, and stenciled on those stars. I just did the stencils on the front of the cutting board. I'd also torn a couple different types of fabric in small strips. They're about 5 inches, and then took antique wax, and I used this blending brush, and I just brushed on some of the wax onto the fabrics as well as the cutting board. I also have this little piece of red, white, and blue garland that I got from Hobby Lobby. I cut a couple small pieces of that, and then took my fabrics and alternated them in an X shape on top of each other. Put the little garland pieces across the center of those and tied that with some twine, leaving the twine long in the back. Next, I'm taking another piece of twine and wrapping it around the top of the cutting board and tying that off and cutting off the excess. And after I do that, I take the bow and I tie that around as well, cutting off the excess twine. And then the last thing I did was just twisted the ends of that garland. And that is it for this project. Thank you so much for watching.